What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So it's what the rich know that we don't. You know, the rich know how to move money around at the right time. And make sure to stick around till the end because I'm going to go over two different methods here. One that maybe some people can do, and the second method anybody can do. Basically, I found a way, to keep things simple here. I found a way to basically take some money that's sitting in my account doing nothing and just move it to somewhere else. And I'm going to make $550 something off of that little move in 4 months' time. And what kind of got me there is I see inflation and how much stuff costs. It's insane. Like I'm trying to be smart so I can survive this. I didn't wait until we're in the raging heat of the summer to go look for an air conditioner. I did it way before then. I did it way before demand rose up, and I did it while there was still some last year's models that were maybe factory renewed, and I saved like $150 off of the sticker price, and it still comes with a factory warranty for 3 years. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to be smart. But I'm like, okay, I did put a lot of money into precious metals, but precious metals you have to sit on those long term. You can't just put some of your savings into precious metals and then use it in 4 months, because you'll probably take a loss unless you time the market absolutely perfectly, which is pretty hard to do. But obviously we all need cash. We all need liquid cash in case something happens or whatever, And I'm not talking about checking accounts. Checking accounts, yeah, the money that you have in your checking account that will be used to pay the bills for that month. We're not talking about that money. We're talking about your savings. Money that you have on the sidelines doing nothing. So I went onto my savings account through my, smaller bank that has locations all over the area here. And I was getting paid 32 cents a month interest. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not going to keep up with inflation. And then I keep hearing that banks are going to collapse, and what's going to be the next one? And obviously there's the 2 or 3 big banks that are too big to fail, and the government seems to always kind of favor those big guys, and it's like, it might not hurt to have an account with one of the big guys. So I went over and looked, and JP Morgan Chase and Wells Fargo are offering a $200 bonus just for opening an account, funding it, and I think it's only $500 to $1,000 or something like that. I don't remember the fine details, but it was like, I don't think it was more than $1,000. You put $1,000 in the account, you fund it, and it might even be less than that. I could be wrong. But basically, I just moved money from one account to another, and you got to hold it there for 90 days, 3 months. So I'm like, okay, well, I wonder what they have for savings CDs. Seeing that I'm going to be here for 3 months, I wonder if they have like something like that. So I was looking through their savings CDs, and obviously the longer term ones the interest rate is smaller, and the shorter term ones, the interest rate's a lot higher. So I'm like, great. So I found a 4 month, so it's like one additional month. I'm already going to be there for 3. Why not be there for one extra 4 months? $5,000 deposit into the savings CD. And basically with those two things combined, opening an account, funding it, opening a savings CD, agreeing not to touch the money for 4 months, at the end of that 4-month period, I'll be rewarded with, over 550 something bucks. That's a lot better than 32 cents. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to be smart these days, because this is the stuff, man. This is what rich people know that the poor don't. And that's why the poor stay broke, and the rich get richer because they know how to move their money around, and they know when and what to do. And honestly, this is like a good trick that I do. It's like a mental trick for myself. Is I have little accounts all over the place. I may have like this account, and I have that one, and this one, and I have that one, and I have a little bit of money in all of them. And then I go and look at my savings account, and I'm like, dude, I'm freaking broke, dude. I'm broke. But, you have money spread around, so it's like, you're really not, but it like plays a mental trick on me, and it's like, dude, I need to work harder. I need to fill that savings account back up, because, yeah, I'm broke. But wait, guys, this is where it gets really cool. Right, I get not everybody could necessarily open a bank account with one of the big guys. Maybe you screwed over a bank or something. I know I have in the past. And I tried to open an account with JP Morgan Chase. They denied me. Wells Fargo said you're good to go. Right, and I get that not everybody has like $5,000 that they can just part with right now for 4 months. To gain some good interest, right? So I found a workaround that will not only gain you a bank account, essentially. I mean, if they had a check, where you take a picture of the check and upload it and it'll go directly into your account. If it had that, it would be a full-blown bank account. Right? But this will not only gain you essentially a bank account with one of the big guys, but it will allow you to take your savings, whatever it is, $500, $1,000, $1,500, whatever you have, and you can put it into this app, and you can gain some pretty good interest off of it, and there's no minimum, and there's no penalties, right? So you could put whatever you have, it'll be gaining a good interest rate for sitting there, and if you need to spend it, spend it. No harm, no foul. You know what I mean? It's not being tied up, which is awesome. So when my money's done at Wells Fargo in 4 months, I might actually transfer it all back into this app. Again, just move it around to the next best place. You know what I mean? But it's called the Wise app, or Wise, WISE, and essentially it's like Cash App, but for the world. And you don't have to hold your money in the US dollar if you don't want. You can hold it in the Vietnamese dong. You can hold it in the British pound. You can hold it in the euro. Whatever other currency you want. So if you see like political unrest in the US and you don't like the way it's looking, and you're like, well, that country over there, their currency already kind of crashed and it's kind of stabilized where it is. And it looks like they're taking steps in the right direction. They're rooting out corruption, and they're doing good things. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have some of their currency. If you look at the Swiss franc versus any currency, really, the long-term trend, I mean, the Swiss franc seems to, be doing pretty good. So I took some money, I put it into this app, and you can see I have 64 million Vietnamese dong. I'm a millionaire! Not really, because that's only worth $2,514 US. But you can order a debit card for $9. So now you have a debit card that you can use anywhere. And it doesn't matter what currency you have in here. If you travel somewhere, just swipe it. It will take care of the rest for you. It'll convert whatever currency you have into the proper one that you need, and it will take care of all of that for you. But so here's where it gets cool, right? If you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a big flower, and it will say, Introducing Interest. Gain interest on your USD. You can't gain interest, like I can't gain interest on my Vietnamese dong. They just won't do it. But any US dollar balance that you have in this app, you can gain 4.85% on your money. And there's no minimum. You don't have to put $5,000. You don't have to hold it there for 4 months. You don't have to do any of that. And you could put $500, $200, $1,000, whatever you have. You put it in this app in the USD, and it will be sitting there gaining you 4.85% every single month. And you'll just see interest payments rolling in. Boom, boom, boom. And guess who it's paid by? JP Morgan Chase. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a bank account with one of the big guys. Not really, but it is. You know? Like I say, if they had a check cashing thing where you could go in here and take a picture of your check and boom. Yeah, this would be pretty much a full-blown account, because with the debit card, I can pay bills, I can go to ATMs and withdraw cash, whatever I need to do, I can do it on here. You know what I mean? And I'll leave a link in the description. If you wouldn't mind, use my link, as I would need technically 3 people to sign up, fund it, use it. And they're gonna give me $115, and anyone can do that, right? It says earn $115 at the top of the thing. So if you use my link, it'd be greatly appreciated. And also, I think you can send money abroad up to $600 the first time they waive all the fees, because obviously there's fees involved every time you send money abroad, no matter how you do it, Western Union or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's pretty cool. What the rich know that the poor don't. You gotta be smart. You gotta try to not have money sitting idle, doing nothing. You need your money working for you, especially when we have inflation, especially when the interest rates are high. When the interest rates are low or they're pegged at 0, like, then it doesn't really matter too much. But see, that's the stuff that they don't teach people in schools. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is all. This Wise app is really starting to impress me. I mean, if they add that feature for checks, I'll be blown away. That'd be awesome. And you can start savings jars. Like, you can have multiple different. You could do a savings jar in USD and leave that one, and then you could have a different account for USD, and then you could have a different account that has Vietnamese dong. It's all technically in the same thing, but you could have different just so you can kind of keep track of stuff, which is pretty cool, man. But anyways, guys, I just figured I'd share. You know what I mean? We gotta beat this inflation and hopefully come out clean on the other side, because things don't look like they're gonna get any better anytime soon. Hopefully they do, but we can hope for the best and prepare for the worst. See you later.